Good morning. Big cloud there. The sun is finally emerging. There we are. So I'm going back more or less on the same track as yesterday. We might get a little further north today. Let's see how we'll do. We were definitely getting further on in serious conversations and serious life and serious community. Maybe one reference point just occurred to me now could be the Garden of Eden. Not exactly where we are now, but all these thorns and weeds and bushes. But the spirit between people, the spirit before the fall, before the division. I think we looked at these yesterday. And we're almost at our little ford here. So now we know how to do this. I think you're a little experienced. I don't know if I make a big leap across here. Oops. Oops. Are you okay? Nobody fell. And the big leap is that human beings again are one mind and one heart. Remember we checked out that field there yesterday? And I think either the Facebook or the YouTube picked it as the cover picture. I remember seeing one of them picked it. To be one mind and one heart. Every family wants that. Every family suffers when it's not like that. To be all in the same direction in the sense of pulling together. Because there's a load in life to carry. And if you have people pulling against each other, it becomes quite difficult. And that doesn't mean that there are different viewpoints and different angles, different perspectives. But it really is beautiful to taste a little of being one mind and one heart. In a company, in a workplace. In a sports team. In a political party. Doesn't exclude the possibility of the process of discernment. The recognition that there are some values that may be challenging to reconcile. And that effort is also a great exercise. But one of the things about this community is that they are souled, S-O-U-L. And their soul is the Holy Spirit. They're filled with the Holy Spirit. They're, I don't know how we can say it, it's souled, S-O-U-L-E-D. They're soul, making a past participle out of the word soul. To put a soul in people, that they're spirited, they're in the same spirit, in the same on the same wavelength. They get it. They're following the inspirations of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the great harmonizer. The director of an orchestra needs people pulling along on the same notes, on the same melody, and the same tune, the same rhythm. I'm not good at all that musical world, so you know the better way to express it. And we all know pretty well from various arenas the damage that disunity causes for a common cause, even for the good of humanity. And the challenge it is to help people to get on the same page. To be of one mind and one heart. Amazing, isn't it? And usually kids, when they fall in love, young people, they may not be authentically made for each other, but many times maybe they underestimate how much they are in sync and how much work it requires to get in sync. And then conflicts arise over different things, different attitudes, different priorities, different influences. And the great need then for establishing a family to build solid foundations of mutual knowledge, of value discernment, very powerful, important conversations that need to be had with a cool head. There we have the southern cliffs of Arbel. In our daily sunrise stroll and chat, we usually don't see both of them, but here behind these trees you can make out the northern cliffs. And then we can swing all the way down to the southern cliffs. And Tiberius. And the prayer, we've often prayed for unity, a good prayer for families to do, because by praying for unity, we recognize that we need the gift of unity as well. It's a work and process into which we all contribute, and it's a gift from on high to pray for unity. And one of the big issues is the control and use of material things. And here in Israel, the country started with primarily one of the big injections of will was the kibbutz movement, all the different kibbutz villages living together with common ownership, an idea that had been formulated through the Marxist system, the communist system, to have everything in common. And that idea came really back from the Acts of the Apostles, and inspiration for that. And it still lived in the church to this day. The kibbutz movement has been deeply transformed, where there's much more private ownership, adaptations of it with the moshav, and the villages and so on, where there's private ownership. And there are still some kibbutz, although they're telling us that that has been quite revolutionized. And yet in the church we have flourishing communities where the individuals don't own the properties, the houses, the money. I myself don't own any money since 51 years. Don't have a checkbook, don't have a credit card, don't have my own cash. If I get a donation, I hand it in. Community life isn't always 100% easy and plain sailing in that area. There has to be accountability and shared purpose and community treatment of all these issues. But the ideal is there, and a great effort by many communities to live in this way. And one of the big reasons for that is that material things don't make our life. They're important. We're body and soul. We need shelter. We need food. We need clothes. We need means to travel, to do our work, to have a phone to do a live stream. And then people are generous and support. And that's another aspect of all of this generosity. Generosity and support for each other. All very big themes that then organize and articulate how we see material resources, how important we take them, the importance we give them. All of these things, big subjects. People there we have in front of us, the boat, the old Jesus boat, which was found dredged here in the water. I think it was found around here someplace. I must find out the exact location where it was found. And then I think we're almost here at the Gome Hotel. Maybe it's a little further up. Yeah, it's probably a bit further up, not too far. But we'll leave it like that for today. Maybe another day we'll get up that far. So there's a lot more. And the key component of all of this is to be moved by the Holy Spirit. And the conversation goes on with Nicodemus about being born again. And about the role of the Holy Spirit, which we don't control, which blows where it wills, which inspires us and inspires people to change and adjust their lives and rebuild their lives and harmonize their lives with others. People, God bless you. See you later, alligators.